Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break. Brought to you by Sand Hills Global. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Did you catch Bill's appearance last night on statewide Big Red Rapup?
I heard about it. I did. I
didn't catch it either. I didn't need to watch the replay. I wasn't.
You didn't get much support from your
That's not true.
three-legged stool.
Zero support. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I said I want to watch the replay, but there's a lot of things on TV last night.
It's all right.
Oh, wow, Jake. Just quit while you're behind here,
Yeah,
okay?
there's a lot of things
There's
on.
a lot of things on TV.
I even talked about the stool.
I know you
Three-legged
did.
stool on TV, and you guys are too cool. Thanks.
Jake's excuses. There was a lot on TV last night.
Well, you know,
Jake, just stop.
I would
My
like
parents
to,
watched,
I'd like
Jake.
to watch the replay of this. I intend to watch the replay of this.
All right, he's digging out. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it, Bill. I want to see how you did
good. He's digging out of the hole right now.
because I heard it was wonderful from people that did watch it.
Yeah.
And-
Now he's really digging out.
Yeah, because you didn't hear that. You didn't say that earlier. Yeah, so you're making that up
I heard
also.
it's wonderful.
Not once did I claim it was wonderful. I just would nice to have
I didn't say
support
that was
from
from
the
you.
team.
I didn't say that was
Nice to
from
have some
you.
support from the
People
team.
said it was wonderful, though.
And then
Bill,
I tried.
I'm sorry.
I tried calling Sipple afterwards. He went with the fake. I had to work, and I know it wasn't true. Then finally, he just said, "Also, there's a lot going on."
No.
Yeah.
I was working. I was writing. And anybody who knows me knows when I'm writing, I'm zoned out. But now listen, I can turn the tables on you a little bit. Have you ever seen me on Big Red Rapup?
Yes,
No.
Don't lie, Bill. Don't lie.
I did. I lied.
Okay, so we're
But I will
square on
say-
that. We're square on that.
But I won't miss you because you told me you're on in a couple weeks, and so I will watch that. I think
Well,
before you kept it.
I don't expect you to do that. But
I might just go down. I know how to. I'm gonna go down to the studio with
Yeah,
you.
he knows where it's. He knows
I'm gonna
where
go
it's
down
at.
with you. I'm gonna go down
have
with
some
you.
pizza.
Yes,
Have some-
I'll be your handler.
This is Bill.
I was hoping for some
He was
pizza.
here recently.
I
You
even-
might know him.
Even when I was walking out, I go, "Boy, I smell some Valentinos." I go, "Oh yeah, it's a nice smell."
He didn't. He didn't.
You guys missed my clue right there. I dropped a clue.
I could have used
I
some of
wouldn't
that.
mind a slice.
Is there any leftover
You
at
know,
all?
yeah, nothing. All I got was, "Oh, it is. It's incredible smell." I'm like, "Well, okay." I
Oh
guess
no,
I'll-
they have post show pizza, and you could have had
All
some.
right, I'll keep kind of meandering over here to the door slowly, see if anyone stops me for a slice. Nope, didn't happen.
You fake open this box over
Come
here.
on, that you could have had some.
The most amazing part was to see the new studio.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I don't even
The
know.
studio that has all been redone. It's incredible. But the part that was the most amazing was they also do Backyard Farmer there. That was my and I talked in depth with Sean Callahan about that.
Does Sean know about
Yeah,
Backyard
absolutely.
Farmer?
We talked about it. Sean says like the longest running TV show, like
What?
the Backyard Farmer's been on for like 40 years or something.
I've never caught the
Yeah.
Backyard Farmer.
Backyard
I'd
Farmer.
like to watch it now.
Roseanne Vertiska's Laura's mom watches it, never misses it, and then gives me information
Tips.
that she picks up from the Backyard Farmer. Yes.
I embarrassingly didn't know
You
anything.
didn't even watch the show last night, so don't be embarrassed.
Well, we have some response of how you did from the YouTube. Skur Bear says Bill on Big Red Rapup was exquisite last night.
Good. That's
Bolt-
good.
Bolt
That
says-
means good.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. Thank you. Right away, I go, dadgummit.
It's a big word. Is that a
That
good
means
thing or a
that
bad
means you
thing?
were very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Bolt says Bill did a great job last night at Big Red Rapup. That's two.
Bolt.
See, that's two.
Bolt.
In the YouTube
That's-
chat this morning.
That's the athletic Dave T-Bolt. Yeah,
From Pender.
from-
Yeah,
Pender.
I played catcher. He played multiple positions on, my dad just moved him around on defense. He's kind of a Lawrence Taylor type guy. Moved him around different spots to attack, to rush
Like
the
Lawrence
passer.
Taylor.
He was, yes.
Huh.
So it was a thank you, Bolt.
Leroy in Beatrice says he even called you guys good friends. Yeah, we missed out the
God
shout out.
bless
Yeah.
you.
Good
No,
friends.
I know that you commented on us. I I did hear that.
And I thought maybe you might be listening, but I was wrong because Jake had a lot going on.
Stuff was happening.
And the best part was Jake, I was only on for like 6 minutes.
But that's a short time.
So it wasn't like it's like you're like, I watched Busch and then I ended up missing the whole debate and I missed the entire volleyball
Bill,
game.
if you had told me the exact time you were on, I would have tuned in.
I love Jake's excuse.
Yeah.
There was a lot on TV. Jake, this is terrible. Well, there's a lot on TV.
I could see if it was back in the day when there was
happening.
no way to rewind another or anything. No, or if he just would have said, "I watched it, I just didn't watch it until later." No, we didn't watch it at all.
You want us to be honest, and we were. Man,
But I do intend to watch the replay, at least of Bill's segment on Big Red Rapup.
They will tweet out.
Well, I will watch that.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching the entire clip of that.
But it was a great show. Loved doing it. They asked very, very intelligent questions, and it was a lot of fun.
Big Red Rapup.
Yes. Football,
Tuesday night.
College football.
Yes.
Yes.
Tuesday nights on NET.
Yes.
Right. God bless.
Sorry I missed it, Bill.
Yeah.
I mean it.
Does anybody else watch The Backyard Farmer? Because that show is like it's been on forever.
You've seen it?
I've seen it. And Sean went into great detail with me about it, and I like that. He had information for me that was really good.
Sean is full of information, and he'll join us shortly, I suppose. Here.
Yes, he will next segment.
He is full of information.
Can we please get him on time? Because sometimes Jake is a little bit late.
I get a little late. We shorten Sean's time. It's my
Jake, I'll watch the
it's
clock.
all my fault. My fault completely, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh wow,
it is my fault.
A little defensive.
No, I said it's my fault.
I got uncomfortable.
I got to look at the clock and be better. The music playing. That's uncomfortable.
I'm
fine.
All right, let's do roll call.
Yeah.
Idle chit chat.
Swim.
This may have caused my wife wanted to watch the volleyball game last night.
Who won that game?
Nebraska won in 5 sets.
They won the game.
Nebraska nearly swept Creighton, number 9 ranked Creighton, who, by the way, still has never, ever beaten Nebraska in the history of their program. Nebraska was up 2 sets to none. And then the third set went like 33-31 Creighton.
Whoa.
Which led to a resounding, they won like, I think, 25-16 in set 4. Creighton
set 4, I watched set 4. That didn't go well. That
was bad.
I'd arrived home did not go well for the Huskers.
Mojo was gone.
And they rallied back.
But Nebraska wins the 5th set 15-10. So they win the match in 5 sets. Still have never lost to Creighton. 28 straight matches won at home, the second longest streak in the country.
I believe
right now.
I believe that's 9th ranked Creighton.
That is correct. Number 9 Creighton, number 5 Nebraska. Top 10 matchup.
Creighton was a good. They look good.
Yeah.
They really did. They played well. It was legit.
Yeah, it was one of those things that's annoying though that the Creighton coach, I don't know, I forget her name, but
Kirsten Bernthal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa! We just got
what the?
I hope. Here's what I hope. I hope that Ben just made a note of what just happened. Out of the blue.
And I hope
out
I'm
of
right.
the blue.
Sip the Creighton volleyball coach.
Just
come on.
Throws it out there. That was incredible. Did you know it, Ben?
I watched a lot of this match and didn't know her name.
Kirsten Bernthal Booth, as it were.
She had a bunch of challenges that went right for Creighton. There's like 4 straight they called.
Hold it now. Why would that bother you? If she challenged it and she was right.
It's just
I can see if you kept challenging him and she never won any of it, be like, just let it go.
Okay,
she won every one.
It's annoying when with the call that was in favor of Nebraska goes the other way. I'm not I'm the biggest Nebraska volleyball fan in the world. There's bigger fans out there than me or my wife, but in that moment you want the calls to go your way.
Not a bigger volleyball fan than Jake.
I was just annoyed.
Yeah, I got it. That's okay.
You get annoyed with challenges that were in your favor, then go against you when they're looked at again. Is it right? Yes. Is it annoying? Also, yes, Bill.
I'm saying no. That's the whole part of the technology. I'm going to push back on that hard. No, it's just you want the.
This is awesome.
So you'd rather have
Jake.
You'd rather have him non-challenged and just let Nebraska just get points when they really didn't.
Let me ask you guys: do you guys like the time before or after instant replay? We talked about better times before in the past. What do you prefer?
Oh no, absolutely not. No, it's not better times. I love instant replay.
Okay, now this isn't.
Sip. What about
now
you?
I'm not.
I love
Bill,
I love it.
I don't think
better times to me represents no replay.
I lived 1978 Mike Renfro getting called out of bounds using no others at Pittsburgh. I lived it.
Oh, you did.
Wrong. I lived it, and so no.
Please explain that. Renfro
was in the back of the end.
Oilers.
Yeah, in the back of the end zone, caught the ball, would have sent them to the Super Bowl, would have changed the entire trajectory of the
Houston Oilers program.
Oilers, yes. And he was in bounds. Everyone knows that. You can Google it. Yeah,
Who were they playing, Bill?
Steelers.
Steelers.
This is during their run, the Steel Curtain run.
No, I think Better Times was pre-replay.
No.
Now, this is interesting because Jake, I get where Bill's coming from on you, but I tire of replays. Yeah, they bogs down the game.
There's parts of it, but there was also parts when I saw people that I was coaching that got ejected for targeting, and it clearly was not targeting.
Right.
And the young man's practiced his whole life to play in certain games, and he gets ejected in like the first series of a game, and he shouldn't have been. And so I'm like,
that's fair. That's fair.
That's the part that would bother me the most.
It's coffee talk, and there's pros and
Hand
cons.
to God.
Right. There's pros and cons. There's pros and cons. The con, of course, is it does bog down the game.
Slows things down.
And it really bogged down. For instance, there's some of that during Nebraska, Colorado, just bogged down the game. I mean,
but was that more just penalties,
bad calls,
just than it was.
But whenever there's a targeting, there's an automatic replay, right?
Yep.
So targeting's a tough.
So
targeting's a tough discussion.
I enjoy targeting because I was the same culprit so much. If you see the targeting against your team, you freak out. It's targeting.
Yep.
If you're the one that does it right away, it's like, are you kidding me? Right. That's targeting.
That is clean football.
Fascinating. What you just said is fascinating.
It's 100. It's like both sides. You're like, that's targeting.
Yeah.
What?
Right.
That's targeting.
It's tackling. That's football. We're playing football, right?
It's depending on which side you're looking at.
Right.
And there's some.
You're gonna get my guy killed. No, that's football.
I'd be in the booth a lot, and they'd be showing the replay wherever I was coaching at, and they'd be like, "What do you think up there, Bill?" I go, "Oh yeah, it's targeting. He's gone. Yeah, if it's on our own player, I'm like, oh yeah, 100%. Yep, yep. Just ran his crown of his helmet right through that guy's helmet. Yeah, that's over.
Yeah, that's tough. It's a tough discussion.
A lot of people bring you up 1982 Penn State.
Sure.
Nebraska,
Oh yeah.
catch,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure.
Do you remember during that time when they made the T-shirt? They made a T-shirt of the field at Penn State, and they had the little
sideline that jutted out.
Shut it out. I mean, he was clearly out of bounds.
He was out.
It would have put Nebraska in the national championship game.
I've always been of that mind that refs miss calls and he's got to deal with it. That's the mind I've always been.
It's like that. It doesn't.
We
bother
played
me.
during that era.
It doesn't bother me in MLB. There's 162 games and they miss a called strike or ball or an out, whatever.
Yeah.
You got a lot of time to recover from a lot of stuff.
Right.
When back then it was 11 games back then.
Yeah.
The recovery time is no.
Yeah.
And they voted on who the number one team was. They voted on it.
Right.
And so it wasn't like, well, with one loss, you could say, no, they voted on it.
But yeah, you think the voters would
newer times.
I'm still saying
Bill's in favor of newer times.
I am on replay.
It's a rare thing that Bill is in favor of something current day.
It's just one example.
I lived something. You don't understand. That was that 1978 deal. That was a 10-year deal.
So was this
10-year deal meaning what?
Well, let me ask you this. How long ago was that, Seth? Do the math. Somewhere in 40-some years. Still bothers me today. Just thought of it right away today. 40 years ago.
Is it bothering you?
Watching it on my grandma's TV, which had decorations on top of it.
Flower.
Does it bother you?
Yes, it bothers me.
And I don't take that. That's not small to me.
Was the throw from the great Dan Pastorini to Mike Renfro?
Duh.
Okay,
was it
just confirming?
Pastorini?
Pastorini whipped it in there.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah. He threw a lot of picks.
He did. He had a lot. I think he had more than touchdowns.
Yeah, if you look it up, I bet you'd find it.
Yeah, so he's not. Should be in the Hall of Fame.
You once called him the great Dan Pastorini.
Yes, he's still great.
He was in our era,
and he went by Dante.
I didn't know that.
He went by Dante.
Yeah. In our era, he was a notable quarterback.
He was a dude. He's very regal looking.
Yeah,
wavy hair.
Yeah, he drives a race car, funny car.
Yeah.
Dragster is what you call him.
This show is big fans of Dan Pastorini.
It really is.
Wish I had seen him live. Wish I got to see him.
He was special.
Play.
He's still alive.
I say play football live.
Yeah.
I'll
get him on air.
Let's get him in the studio. Come on down to Lincoln, Dan. That's
Ben, pay attention to us.
Young Ben is here, by the way.
Ben's drifting off really bad.
Yeah,
he was not. He's trying to figure out what song of the day is.
He is didn't hear it today. That is Idle Chit Chat, sponsored by our friends at RenewYourAuto.com. Please call or text David at 402-833-3858 or go to RenewYourAuto.com. They do everything from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, and more. RenewYourAuto.com. Yesterday, Sip, you were in attendance for the Marcus Satterfield, Tony White press conference.
Bill,
correct?
I was writing last night. Okay,
I know
that wasn't a ruse. I had to write some other stuff, but yeah, you're correct. there was a lot. There wasn't a lot of news. There was interesting discussion.
Did you ask a question yourself?
You know what? It's funny you ask me that.
I always like when you ask.
Well, the last two appearances by Matt Rule and then the coordinators, and there was a bunch of players yesterday. So the setup, just so you know, is
take us there.
Well, it's not that interesting.
Paint a
but
picture.
Just so you guys know. So Rule talks to the media at noon on Mondays, and there's pizza. And then the coordinators talk to the media on Tuesdays. It's a little earlier. Then there's a lot of players that talk. And I don't hear the players because once the coordinators are gone, I write the coordinator report. So I don't hear the players. I would have liked to hear Dylan and Banks and Bullock and Nash Hutmacher, all these guys. And I just didn't hear a word they said, but because I was writing. But I did listen to Satterfield and White. But the last two sessions, I really haven't asked questions. I don't know why. I don't know why.
You have good questions, Steve.
Thank you. I think I asked Satterfield one, but anyway, the big discussion yesterday, or one of the big discussions, was they are really not happy at all with the perimeter blocking, and they really make no bones about it.
And here's Marcus Satterfield on on the perimeter blocking from yesterday.
That's just a result of our perimeter blocking. Like we're not very good at perimeter blocking right now. We have to clean that up, and we have to improve this week, next week, the next week. Like we're going to need to get the ball in the perimeter to win games this season, and to have the big wideouts that we have. That has to be a strong suit for us, and it's not right now. And it's not just the wideouts; it's the running backs, it's the offensive line on screens. Like when we get the ball in the perimeter, we have to improve and be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, it's I don't. Oh, this is again. I'm not going to get on a soapbox, but a lot of that's just effort, and I don't. Bill, you're a coach. I don't understand the lack of effort. Like I don't. So as Colorado, it's your second game of the season. You're trying to turn the program around, and you just don't feel like perimeter blocking today. Is that the issue? You just don't want to. You don't want to exert yourself too much. What do you got? Something going on tonight? What's the problem?
Yeah, it's hard to say. Yeah, it's hard to say with everything that.
Well, that's what I'd say. I think to him, like, okay,
fire him up
during film session. Okay, so you just didn't feel like it tonight. Yeah. I mean, there's a pretty big crowd here. Yeah. It's a big game. We just didn't have it in you tonight. Yeah, you're on TV. Your mom's in the house. You're trying to win the girl. Like what? You don't you want to play?
I just wonder
this morning.
Just wonder if you send that text out to someone like that. Hey, did you see that block? As Sip says, trying to win that girl. All right, see that block?
Okay, I was
see that.
Sealed
see
the
that
block.
You see that push crack? See that?
Hey, easy. This is a kids are listening.
Yeah.
Hey, now listen. Look at that.
What? Ooh,
bug.
Spider.
Legitimately a spider crawling toward him.
I saw that.
Anyway,
That's
God dang.
cool.
No, I guess I got to get off my soapbox here, but I don't understand it. I don't understand the lack of why that would be an issue right now.
Here's more from Satterfield.
Okay,
What have you seen that concerns you about that perimeter blocking, Marcus Satterfield?
With the perimeter blocking, just the technique where our hands are outside, we're holding, we're not moving our feet. It's a commitment to demanding it daily. And I think that, last week really opened our eyes up, which stinks because coach, warns us all the time. Don't wait till something happens to fix something. Like we saw this happening during camp. We failed to fix it as coaches. So we have to get the perimeter blocking right, and we're going to.
It's another interesting discussion that in your profession, that there's something always that needs to be fixed. It seems like in football.
It does, and that is the one. There's one thing of the advantage of everybody wants, the young. You always hear about the young, the brand new play caller, and sometimes veteran,
the young and hot play caller.
Somebody likes sometimes the veteran people that have seen so many problems, so they know they can see it, and anticipation problems. That's what you're spending so much time on different avenues of the game. You spend so much time preparing for what might happen because you've seen it happen before and what's not adding up at the time. Where it's a little bit different back in the day, especially at Nebraska, was, you were talking about, what would you talk about the most for these receivers? Big bodies making catches down the field, all those things. Well, in the past, if you went way back, like that team you saw jog out from 94 was, you didn't get on the field until you blocked. Pass catching was secondary. It was like, no, the perimeter blocking is where we start. That's how you get on the field. And then we get to the next phase of it. But it's not a art that is talked about as much in 7-on-7 leagues and all these things that come up. Everything's about being a playmaker. And so you have to be able to do a really good job of building that culture within to build a block. And it obviously was addressed. There's no chance that they went through. Maybe it wasn't as good as they wanted it, but perimeter blocking was addressed.
Yeah, I hear you. Good. I'm glad you said that. There's a lot of interesting things that come out of these discussions, and a lot goes through my mind. Tony White was talking yesterday, and I think we all have to do this sometimes, just kind of zoom out, and especially leaders have to do that. And he talked about how at the end of last year, Rule identified a big problem that they worked on all off season on defense, which is we have to get the 4-man rush right. We have to be able to get to the quarterback with four guys. Go.
Yeah, you know what? I get this question about Coach Rule and, just learning from him, and the plan he had right after the season, it showed up on last Saturday. And what I mean by that is he said, one of the things we want to work on is being able to rush with 4. One of the first things when we got back in the offseason, hey, let's figure out how we can better be rushing with 4 guys, And so the whole focus in the spring, rushing 4, OTAs, rushing 4, pass rush, individuals, things like that. Putting the right guys in at the right times and all that stuff. Fall camp, same deal. You just show that's a master class on planning, on foresight from a coach who has been there, done that, and has a bigger view than the assistants and the coordinators. He saw this last year, and that's just a great. That's just a great plan a year later. So the guys did a nice job last Saturday, but let's not disrespect the game and come in here and make sure that we're ready to go this week.
Hey, Bill. Okay, now this is where Jake, I don't know, you might know this. I doubt it.
Like to vote of confidence here.
Well, I don't know it. And this is where I sometimes feel.
We need to go to Ben on this.
Division.
He's the coach.
You know this. How many different ways can you rush with 4? How do you work on rushing with 4? What are you doing? How do you improve your 4-man rush?
Well, one thing is you spend more time on, you call 4-man rushes. And so that's the one thing that starts with it would just be okay.
Emphasis
like, hey, no, we're going to go into this scrimmage and we're going to rush 4. We're going to play coverage. And that's where, and so you get more on film, you get more reps of it. That's a one way. Because sometimes we rush 4, but we also did this. And then all of a sudden it's a little bit different. I used to talk about all the time about blitzes. And I would always ask our team, I'm like, well, what if it's a magic blitz where every time we run it, a guy runs free off the edge and hits the quarterback in the back of the head? How many times would I call it? They're like, yeah, every play, every play. There's no such thing as a magic blitz. There's just all you can do is create some one-on-ones and some pressures. But just calling it more is one way to be able to do it.
So when Nebraska's 4-man rushing, that's the 3 up front. Then they're bringing somebody else from somewhere.
Yeah, well, however they have the position designed, it could be where they think the name's Jack. Is he a Jack?
Yeah.
So
MJ Sherman.
Yeah, so it could be that position. So
that's what it is.
Like when I coached in the 3-4, it would be it'd be these 3 and it'd be one other.
Jack could be an inside guy. Could be a corner.
Different ways to rush. Different ways to rush 4 would be the way to do it. But also what really helps you when you just watch the NFL, it'll be the best way to take it. Just watch the 49ers rush 4. And it doesn't look the same as other teams that rush 4.
It does not.
And so talent also stands out here.
It does not.
With the 3, when you talk about the 3 of Butler, Nash, and Ty, right? That's extreme talent. And then also you add in the MJ Sherman, the different players. They're also rushing very talented players, which is a big help because you have the ability to get a push on the inside with those guys.
And then you bring someone else. It might be Bayer.
Yes.
Might be. I know that at least one time, which I love it when they bring the corner. I mean, you can't always do it, obviously, but yeah, Tommy Hill can cover ground. And here he comes. Here comes number 6 off the edge.
Especially you can catch him like when you're in the middle of the field, and with the ball's in between the hashes, right?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. Ball's got to be on the hash. You want you want a short porch.
Short porch.
Yeah,
for the corner to come.
Yeah.
You don't want him to come all the way across the field.
No, that'd be a bad deal.
Right.
Yeah. It's always the boundary corner. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. There's some issues I have. Schematics.
Well, Ben brought it up to me yesterday. He sent me a text and a diagram.
Ben's a coach. He
He's
would
a coach now.
He is
But
a coach.
he has to bounce because he's got first aid. So he told us.
He was too embarrassed to tell
I got
us.
coaching class. And also like, well, what class is it? Is it football theory? Well, actually, it's first aid.
With the long.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
That's
time for
perfect.
Ja'Cory Barney.
We do.
Okay, Ja'Cory Barney's a hot topic right now because he's fast, and people now see he's electric through 2 games. Not big numbers, but I think those numbers are going to get better.
Mark Satterfield on how long did it take to realize he could be helpful right away. Marcus Satterfield yesterday.
Pretty quick. I mean, you saw him in the spring game do some things, return kicks, and I mean, he's just so fast and dynamic. The thing about Ja'Cory is he loves playing football, and that's what you try to recruit to. Like he genuinely loves to practice. Like he always has a smile on his face. It's continually recess for him when he's out there on the football field, whether it be a game or whether it be in practice. So I think that and his ability and his ball skills, his speed, I think that just allows him to be a special player. Hopefully, he only improves each week.
Football, Bill, in my opinion, can be drudgery, especially if you're losing. If you have guys that look at it like recess, the more guys you have like that, the better, especially if they run 4-3-5,
4-3-5 helps a lot, but I've also seen a lot of guys that are 4-3-5 that really don't like football.
Don't like it.
And it just doesn't work out. You know how you get a team that likes football?
How?
Recruit them.
Yes.
That's the number one thing.
100.
And they'll like, hey, I'll get him going. When every time a coach says that to me, I'm like, oh, to talk about it. That should be an eye roll immediately.
But how do you identify kids that genuinely love football? Is it pretty easy?
It's through research. And I have no idea if he was a multiple sport player, but I always look at that. Someone that loves to compete. So I love someone that maybe they're out for basketball and they may only score 6 points, but they get 14 rebounds. Oh, God, I love that. And then somebody goes out and wrestles, somebody that goes out and runs track, and maybe they're not, maybe they run the 100 every time and they're third, but they go out and compete. Some guys going like, I'm not going to run the 100. Why? Probably not going to beat those 3 or 4 guys, so I'm not going to run it. But the other guys go out and compete. So you want to find highly competitive players and just see if you can tell if they like it. And then also comes down to you get a pretty good vibe when you go watch people live. Like I said, when we had to go watch any sort of a live practice in spring or anything like that, it was 100% that night you sent film in that I took of the practice in May
to Ed,
and he would watch it. And so say, hey, listen, this guy, and then right away you're watching him. Remember, I'll give you an example. Myself and 2 or 3 others went to watch a corner at Grossmont Junior College, and we get California, San Diego. And he gets where Achilles Smith, the quarterback that went to Oregon, #1 draft pick, was from Grossmont. And so we were watching him, and he goes during one-on-ones. We're going to watch him do one-on-ones. He went and got re-spatted on his ankle and didn't do one-on-ones. I just left because if you're a dude, you're like, and there's coaches there, you're like,
right.
Watch this.
Right.
And he didn't. He never did play anywhere. Someone took him. I came back. I'm like, we're not taking this guy.
Love for the game, Jake. Now here's the deal. This will get you to your next bit of sound.
Okay.
There are guys on Nebraska that love it. Dylan, I don't know how many other people love it more than Dylan Raiola. He loves the sport of football. It's good to have a quarterback who loves the sport of football. Like Bill says, not all players love it. I've dealt with that for 30 years. It dawned on me a long time ago. And I know these guys even like what they're doing.
They like it on Saturdays.
Right.
They don't you better like it on Tuesdays.
Dylan Raiola likes it every day. What did Satterfield say about Dylan Raiola?
I mean, it just means we're not going to slow down. Like we're not going to slow down and call a game not passively, but a little less aggressive because Dylan's a freshman. Dylan works his butt off, and he can handle a lot of stuff. The other guys around him need to pick it up, and they need to start learning and working as hard as certain, not just Dylan, but we have a couple of guys on offense that work their butts off with the film. So we're pushing our guys just to match really not match. It's the standard. Like, what is our standard on offense of opponent study, of learning the playbook, of execution? One of our 3 pillars is a culture of execution, and that's how we got to get. That's why we have to demand the standard to get to that level.
Isn't it interesting that they're pushing players to match the standard of the true freshman quarterback? He's already come in and
2 games in.
Yeah, he's come in and made a huge impression very quickly. He made it a long time ago, actually, but now the games are being played. He said yes. I know he said this yesterday. I could hear him in the background. He did say the nerves are gone. Now, Bill, Coach Sipple, if the nerves are gone, just cut loose now. Just ask him to cut loose. Just start winging it.
I don't think so.
I didn't mean to quite
get Bill's face for crying out loud.
Well, if he's completely unencumbered by the newness of his position in the world, then just go do it. Just go kill it.
Well, the statement is so common in football, and there's different ways to phrase it.
I'm sorry.
And they always talk, you
cut loose.
You don't rise to the level of the event. You rise to the level of your training, or you sink to the level of your training. So you just stay within your level of your training and do what is within your training. I would never want to just say, you know what? No more nerves. Wing it.
I didn't mean
Coach
it
Sipple over here.
I don't think I'd quite say it like that. Because if something went wrong, it'd be like, what'd you see? What just happened?
I get it.
If something went right, what'd you see? What just happened?
Yeah, and I know I'm being irresponsible in some ways because I'm basically in my mind what I'm saying is, hey, take some chances. If you feel good, no,
triple coverage,
probably,
go for it.
Yeah, probably don't do that, Jameis.
Yeah.
And Jameis does that.
Yes,
I've watched enough of Jameis Winston.
But you love watching him.
He'll throw it right into triple coverage because he feels like he can. He does. Yeah. There's no doubt in my mind. He just thinks, well, I'll get it in there. And yeah, no, don't do that. But I'm going to try to spin out of this. The fact he doesn't have nerves is a great sign because he's a talent. Yes. This is a good picture. But yeah, Bill's right. You got to keep him. You got to keep him on the ground, or somebody's going to take a pick back, and then it gets bad.
We will get back to more of this audio as the show goes on. Before we get to break, though,
Sean's coming.
I know that you're hungry, Sip. You're hungry every first segment of the show.
For what?
For breakfast from Early Bird.
Is it open?
The Bird.
They opened 3 minutes ago, 6:30. Yeah. They are open. So breakfast burritos, chicken fried steak, which is what, Bill?
Smothered.
Yes,
and gravy.
It is.
Gravy.
They've got cinnamon roll pancakes and also the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes.
Hash holes.
What was that?
That was fine.
That was terrible.
Gave you an average
hash hole. What was that? We're gonna sub Ben in from now.
No, okay.
We're gonna sub him in
for the hash holes.
Could you do it?
That
Ben,
part?
Could you do it?
Ben could do it. Look at him. Yeah,
I think he could.
He's got that T-shirt on from that was found in the bottom of his car. He's good to go.
It's not a V-neck though.
Not a V-neck.
Yeah. It's a proper
also,
neck
it's like, what do you have in kind of an off-colored green? Do you have anything you have that's in an off-color, somewhat kind of
a bathroom green?
I'm in the market for it.
Seafoam. Where's your Seafoam T-shirts at? Oh, they're right over here, sir. Thank you.
Early Bird, 19th and K, open every day, 6:30 to 2:30. Sean Callahan next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide costs by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook. Their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We talked a lot about football in the opening segment, so we're late as usual to Sean Callahan, Husker Line. Sean, good morning. We're going to go rapid fire here.
Good job,
Nebraska is 2-0 for the first time since 2016, and everybody's talking about the college football playoff. Why do we do this to ourselves, Sean? Why, as a fan base,
Why do we do this?
Well, it's an expanded playoff this year, so it is a different year. Essentially the New Year's 6 bowl games are the playoff, but you're right. We are getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but Nebraska looked good the first 2 weeks. You can kind of see some wins on the schedule moving forward. And if you're a 9-3 team, you could sneak in there now in the Big Ten. I'm not saying Nebraska's going 9-3 by any means, but there's a path to get there. And you look at some of the other teams in the Big Ten and the way the schedule plays out, there's going to be room for 4 Big Ten teams, and Nebraska you could argue is in that area where they're knocking on the door of that. They're probably in that groups 5 through 7 in the conference right now.
Sean, I'm going to ask you a question you couldn't possibly know, but it's just for the sake of discussion. If Nebraska lost to Colorado, had Nebraska lost to Colorado on Saturday night, would they have gotten Christian Jones, the West Side linebacker?
It doesn't seem like it. I mean, I think Christian Jones, a big thing was he wanted to watch Nebraska and see how it was all going. And then he was here the last 2 weeks, and just get a feel for the direction of the program. And, last year they didn't have a great year, as we know. So I do think the last 2 weeks, topped off by the win over Colorado, the atmosphere, everything that kind of came out of this week being ranked for the first time since 2019, all those things played a major, major factor in kind of getting the ball over the goal line, where Matt Rule could probably just say, like, look, man, what else do you want to see? You've been here countless times. We're 2-0. We've played young freshmen. Look, one of our freshman linebackers, Willis McGahee, he gets a strip fumble in the game. That could be you next year for us. I mean, they could lay it all down like that, and they were able to get it done. Oklahoma obviously was the other major player there, and he had not been down there for a game yet to start the season.
You thought, I mean, Sean, we've talked about Christian Jones a little bit. It seemed like a little bit of a, would you say long shot that they were going to get him at one point?
I never would say it was a long shot.
Okay.
It just always had an unknown feel. I mean, I'm like, God, I'd be surprised if they can't get this guy, but he was really stringing it out and kind of playing a hard to get type role. And, there's other factors with recruiting now and NIL and other things that we don't know about, and kind of what, all the things he is looking for, not just what was happening on the field. I mean, there's probably some other pieces to it all, but to get the top in-state guy now, I mean, that's a great finish. They're at 19. And there's 3 other guys left, Cortez Mills and Michael Terry and Dawson Merritt. They're all, if they get one of those guys, that'd be a major victory, and they'd be at 20 in this class.
Sean, we've seen 2 games so far of Dylan Raiola at quarterback, and it already feels like you don't have to worry about him. He's just kind of a guy that knows what he's doing. How do you assess his first 2 starts at Nebraska?
Well, just his poise and his management are the 2 biggest things that I think that jump out. To have no turnovers in his first 2 games as a true freshman, I mean, I'd love to know the data on that. I mean, there can't be too many that can say that in the history of the game. To make some of the throws he makes, to put some of the checks and reads on him during a game, he's been outstanding in those areas. You compare it to a year ago, the quarterback position had 7 turnovers over the first 2 games.
Good God.
The context was a little different. They were on the road both games. They were playing Power 5 teams both games. So but still really impressive no matter how you spin it, what he's done. And, the arm talent, the throws, the sky's the limit. I mean, he is the future star of this. He's a priority to star of this program. As we know, what Matt Rule said, the defense is really their star. But between his management and taking care of the football and then that defense, they've got the ability to keep winning here every week.
Speaking of rising stars, what do you anticipate seeing from Ja'Cory Barney the rest of this season?
Yeah, you just wonder, since he's not on that outside receiver role, how can they feature him more? But there's no doubt they're going to keep featuring him more. I think the head coach made that pretty clear that they need to get him the ball more. And you can just see how electric he is. Every time he touches the football, you kind of get up out of your seat a little bit. You really see kind of an extra gear with him, the way he plays the game. And, he was, in my opinion, he was somewhat of an under the radar recruit to most fans. I don't think a lot of average rank and file fans, had a lot of early expectations for Ja'Cory Barney, for him to come in and be able to do what he's been doing.
Okay, Sean, call it. Who's winning that inside linebacker job if Bayer's unavailable, which he probably will be? Is it going to be Vincent Shavers or Mekhi Bayer?
Or Stephon Thompson. I mean,
what am I talking about? Bayer's already starting. Is it Stephon Thompson or Vincent Shavers?
Bayer's out.
Well, Bayer's out.
There's been a concussion. Someone's had a concussion.
I have concussion protocol. I'm in it.
I think they go with the veteran Stephon Thompson. That's just my feeling.
Stephon Thompson?
I think he'll get the nod, and Shavers will play a lot, though, too. I think what they'll end up doing. And obviously John Bullock will be in the other side. And there you go. You forgot old Bullock there, Sip.
I'm in concussion protocol,
Every
Sean.
day.
Please give me a
Every
break.
day. John, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next week. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
So Bayer will probably be out. Yeah, Bayer will probably be out.
Was he out with injury or just out because of the targeting?
Targeting.
Okay, that's only for a half, though.
Yeah. So he'd be out for a half. And Sean thinks they'll start Stephon Thompson, who's the Syracuse transfer. It could be Vincent Shavers. I always lean toward experience. I do. Especially, in a game like this, Bill, does it matter to you that you and I, there are 3 backs on the depth chart, 240, 231, I think then 220. They're big. They just run at you. You want a guy, how much does that factor into a decision about who to play? You try to play a guy who's a little more box oriented?
No, you just play whoever is, like I said, can do everything, which means get the defense lined up, make the checks, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Who's playing the best? Who understands the entire? It's like, well, this guy probably deserves to start. He knows everything better. He plays fast, but this guy's thicker and they're big running backs. No.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it'd most likely be the other way. There's some merit to that, to having, like I said, back in the day when some of the things we had to take on linemen, you had to take on the different things you had to do in the box. It was harder. It's not quite as hard as it is, but still playing in the middle of the defense is very difficult.
I'm pretty much stuck in 1983. I am. To clarify,
better times.
Way better times. So Bullock will start, and then the question is, will it be Thompson or Shavers? Bayer will play the second half. Bayer has played really well.
He has
11 tackles through 2 games, no drop off from Javen Wright, no visible drop off. Bayer.
Do you expect Wright back anytime soon yet? Is there any update on that?
Yeah. His father was on the ticket, and indicated that he could be back in a few weeks. So we'll see on that. I think Bayer really, again, out over my skis a little bit, but he's played the position his whole life. He's been a linebacker his whole life. And he kind of plays like that to me. He just looks like he's very natural at the position. And he's a dude. I probably underestimated him a little bit. I thought there'd be a drop-off. There hasn't been.
No, he's been very good.
Yeah.
Before I get to break, this segment 2 always sponsored by our friends at Beck's Hybrids. Farmers know that. Yeah, that's right, Beck's. Farmers know that volume discounts are a major factor when ordering seed. Oftentimes, discounts are lost buying from multiple brands. Beck's provides the best lineup in the marketplace. For a full farm quote, go to BecksHybrids.com and always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrids.
If you drive out there today, what's going on, Jake?
It's Husker Harvest Days.
Husker Harvest
all the way to
Days.
Tomorrow as well.
All the way through tomorrow.
What's that mean?
You want to go out there. They're harvesting. There's a chance they're going to talk through some harvest. And they have plots out there. Me and Jake have seen the plots of farmland.
Oh, yeah.
Plots?
Yes, plots. They call them plots. And they go through and they'll show you, well, this seed is what was used here. This seed is what was used here. And all you see is just corn euphoria. It's just, it's
really?
Oh, yeah, it's incredible.
It's like a celebration of corn?
It's a corn party. Yes, celebration of corn.
We've had corn sweat. Now we've got corn euphoria.
Yeah. So those guys are getting it down there.
Euphoria.
Yes.
This sounds like something you'd want to get involved in.
It does right away. It's like, what are you guys doing? Well, you heard about the corn euphoria, correct?
Yeah.
Well, head out
This sounds
there.
very wholesome.
And also be a great place. Why wouldn't you just go out there and take your kids out there?
Yeah.
And just let them know. And I would love to have known about Beck's when I was like in 3rd grade.
You might be a farmer right now.
Be a farmer right now, trying to get into it. It's always easy to buy a bunch of land. That's always pretty cheap.
Thanks to Beck's Hybrids. When we come back, the mailbag and song of the day on early break.
Mailbag.
Mailbag.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide costs by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK farmoutfitters.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at huskerfantravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at huskerfantravel.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're a big
never
tough
feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning?
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
Stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day from 1978, Promises by Eric Clapton. 464-568-51 is bad, 10 is good. Text a rating on the Sauter Heyman Jewelers song of the day.
I don't know if I should say this, but it's interesting. It's interesting. First of all, that was 1978, and it came off an album called Backless, which I scurried to get and then realized this is the only good song on it.
How many times that happened in our deal? You went to get an album, it's like, wow, there's nothing on here but this one song.
Although Bill, he does sing Tulsa Time on this album, and it's pretty good. Like his rendition of Tulsa Time is good. Now, full disclosure, I sent that to Jake the other day.
A couple days ago.
Yeah. Didn't know he'd play it, but I did send it with Bill in mind because I figured Bill would like it. I didn't say that on the text, but I was like,
I don't like it. I love it.
Oh,
Bill
scared me.
He was playing the guitar.
Oh, I was
scared me for a
singing.
second. That scared me. Yeah, 78. I remember when it came out. I love that song when I was 12.
Yeah.
And it never sounds bad. You can play it a zillion times.
So smooth.
It painted a picture. I felt like the temperatures in the mid 70s. Window was down.
Fall.
Windows down. Fall.
Yes.
Driving down.
Oh, yeah.
Not on a highway. More like on a county paved road.
Yes.
Not
Beautiful.
gravel, but like a county paved road is what I felt I was on. And that was Jake, Steve.
Exquisite.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a great song,
Thank
Jake.
you.
Did you like it?
I enjoyed that song.
See, I send it him sometimes. Bill, full disclosure, I'll send him just sort of nudging him towards some songs. Like, you don't need to play.
Jake
it.
told me never do it. He's told me
That's
don't
not
ever
true.
do it.
That's not true. I will take suggestions. I won't play them all the time.
Not necessarily play them. Yeah, that song. I'm always interested in like heartbreak songs that are sang in a very kind of happy way.
I don't love you.
You don't
love me.
la 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 la. It sucks. We're breaking up. La la.
Also,
I'm beaten down completely by you. La la.
In that,
I can barely function at this point. La
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 la la la la. Can't get out of bed. La la la.
I can't even look at another woman. La la.
I've been day drinking all day.
La 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 la
la. Clapton's got it figured out, man.
I don't even know if I want to go on. La la.
I'll never work again.
La la. You zapped all of my spirit. La la.
What is wrong with you?
Anyway, that's a great song, Jake. Bill feels that way. I feel that way. I mean, it's in the 9s, 9, 6, 7, 5, 4.
Oh, and I haven't heard it forever. If you notice that, who else could have sang that song very well? Don Williams. Don Williams.
Probably.
It sounded very Don Williams in that song.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, I really did. I'm going to 972.
Whoa.
2.
Oh,
you'd never heard that song, I bet.
I had not.
Oh, it's incredible.
But I wouldn't have played if I didn't like it, though.
No, I know.
See,
he does listen to it. I appreciate that.
If you send me a suggestion, I have to
What is it
see
called?
if I
Promises?
like it first. Promises,
Promises.
by Eric Clapton, 1978.
78. I remember it vividly when it came
I'm
out.
just going to put faith in Ben that he's grown. 8-2.
No
I'm going
way.
to say that he's grown and he listened to it and he. What do you got, Ben?
6-0.
Okay.
Oh, that's positive.
Okay, it's not horrible.
I was
Ben, that
guessing a
song
3
is
from him.
incredible.
Yeah, expand your mind.
Some ratings here
Thank
before
you.
the mailbag. Bill and Bennett, 7.8. Guilt Nerd, 3. Rod and South Lincoln, a 7. By the way, age 61, doing a roll call himself here on a
I like
Wednesday.
it.
Nice.
Good
I like
job.
that.
Eric says, not good, Jake. That was bad. 2.2.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Husker Mike in Waterloo, friend of the show, 7.5.
He's got good taste.
Sean in Omaha, 8.8. Great driving song.
Great
Exactly.
taste.
I painted a picture.
Did.
I like that Don
Like
Williams
the county
thing.
road. The
Yeah.
paved county road is
Yeah.
nice. Windows
Fall.
down in the fall.
Fall.
Mike and Dalton, 8.6. East Lincoln West, 9.7. Gold. he
Wow.
says.
Yes.
East Lincoln West.
Nice to hear from him again with the mustache.
That's
Wow.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Ryan in California, 6.4. Nels in Big Fork, Montana,
Nels.
6.3. Scott in Cortland, 8.5 on Highway 77, over by Tread Central Tire
Yeah.
Pros, I'm sure. Jennifer, 7. Hubby, 7.5.
Okay,
Oh, I see it.
good scores.
Yep. Kodiak Bear on the text line says 5.5.
Kodiak Bear, do we have him all the time? Or
No,
her?
not all the time. It's
Could that be a her?
That'd be Kodiak
be.
Bear in Onawa, Iowa.
Ooh, Onawa.
Onawa.
Age 30. Not Manawa, but Onawa.
Onawa's a great place. I'd vacation there. I'd spend time in Onawa. Yeah.
I did. They used to have boxing smokers there. Been there.
Corey in Lincoln, 7. That's high for Corey. He's usually in the 2s
Thank
and 3s.
you, Corey.
Well, Corey has great taste in music. I don't mind saying that.
Shamia, 5.7. Who includes 8?
Jeez.
That's incredible.
And 8 from Bird might be a new record high.
That's a record high. Ben, get
That is
yourself
almost
together.
breaking news. I mean,
That's big.
Bird. Okay, now wait a second. Corey and Bird are Columbus guys, and they are
Yeah.
very Columbus
Very
oriented.
similar in
yeah.
their scores every time.
Yeah.
too.
Staunchy.
Yeah. Good
La
job.
la 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 la.
Our show just got canceled.
Canceled.
La la
La,
la. Move on.
8.7. Gavin and Pender. Brad from Baldwin, 8.5.
Wow, Brad. Thank you.
Mississippi
Yeah.
Mud Dog, a 7. That's high for
Gavin,
for
thank
them,
you.
too.
Make sure Lynette's doing okay. She had her knee replaced yesterday.
Once again, your song of the day is
job, Jay. Thank
Promises
you.
by Eric Clapton from 1978. Let's get to the mailbag here on a Wednesday. Here we go. The mailbag is always sponsored by our friends at Applied Connective Technologies. What are the words you don't want to hear in IT, Bill?
I've been hacked.
Yeah, don't want to hear those words. Won't happen with Applied Connective, Nebraska's preferred tech partner in all 93 counties. They manage IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. Go to appliedconnective.com for a free consultation or call 866-358-0109.
If some reason though, because you refuse to use them and you get hacked, if you've been hacked, what would you do? La 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 la.
All my information's out there.
All my information's
La
out
la. Yeah.
This could go on for weeks.
It could.
better
Gotta
stop.
keep it in
You need to
check.
stop.
We start with Kip on the mailbag. Kip
Kip.
says, each of you have been tasked with replacing the 3 food staples of Memorial Stadium. You don't have to pick a particular company to support, but you have been asked to pick 3 food options other than Val's Pizza, Runza's, or the red hot dogs, what would you pick? Where do you start?
I go Godfather's with the pizza. Number
Change
one.
the pizza.
Immediately. I saw the one on 33rd and
yeah.
just drove by it yesterday and I was like, hang on now. Why am I not using this more?
Still really good.
Godfather's is one of the most amazing pizzas there is.
Thank you, Bill.
People stay with it.
Wow, Clapton and Godfather's.
Yes, it's all coming together.
Yeah. Hey,
You go to
so now what are the other ones?
Well, I think I bring out Amigos taco of some sort, right?
Okay.
Amigos soft shell taco.
Oh, that's a good idea, I bet, Jake.
It's
Those,
delightful.
A warm, soft taco is beautiful.
Do you ever get a taco at a football game? You should. Sounds great to me.
Sounds incredible.
It does
It
sound
sounds
pretty,
like.
it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And then, so what's the other?
So Godfather's
Okay.
Pizza, Amigos soft tacos, or a third item.
Well, there's probably a hot dog.
Well, wait, but Fairbury's the hot dog.
I would want some.
You wouldn't want to replace that, is what
No.
you're saying.
Yeah, you can't
I'd want
replace that.
some form of like, it'd be messy, but like a basket of tater tots.
Okay.
That's covered in like chili and cheese. Yes. Yeah.
I'd
It's
just
a little
say-
messy.
Yeah. Tater tots isn't a bad idea. That's a good idea. It has to be the good ones though. There's places I go to get tater tots. No, it's a no go.
How do you mess up tater tots?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just kick back on that real quick. I want Laszlo's fries and honey mustard.
There it is. Oh,
okay.
And the honey mustard is essential.
That's big news
not
for
just the
Laszlo.
fries.
Big news for Laszlo. So now Laszlo, get a chance, get a hold of Keith Mann.
Yeah.
He might be able to get this done for you.
Keith Mann
Yes.
is in charge of media.
Hey,
and food. And
so
food.
Sip, you said you told Laszlo's to call me.
He gives me the a lot.
A lot.
too often.
Sip.
Mailbag. Michael in Hawaii
Oh, yeah,
says,
Michael.
Aloha. I will be in town this weekend in Lincoln for the first time since 2005.
Stop by
How
the
about
ticket.
that?
He says, I fly in Saturday morning. What are the pregame go-to spots? Well, of course,
Jake
stop
knows
by
this.
here. We start at 4 p.m. our pregame, so you can see me and Sip at 4. We'll go till 6:30, and then you can't go wrong. Anything up to the stadium, it's all great. Find a tailgate to crash. Bars in the Haymarket. Tipsy Tina's, of course, great place. For
That's
us
a good
too.
place.
Yeah, I'm going Haymarket.
Haymarket.
I'm going Haymarket, but also I always encourage fans when friends of mine would come to LSU, I would just tell them, hey, here's your parking spot, and they would park right next to the stadium. And then I say, okay, what do we do? There's not like bars around there. I said, just take off on a walkabout and just go into any tailgate. I mean, they just welcome you in.
Walkabout.
They welcome you in. If you show up and it's like that, hey, I'm here from Hawaii. No one's gonna be like, well, that's nice. See you later, buddy.
Yeah, no.
They're gonna, hey, come on in.
No, they'll be.
If you have a tailgate, what would you want more than visitors? Because you have
Yes.
way more supplies than
Yep.
what you
You always
never,
take stuff home.
You're never
Oh, yeah.
undersupplied. Like,
Nope.
well, hang on now. Hey,
No.
put that wing down. We've counted them. Everybody gets 3. No, it's not how it is.
Rations.
Yeah.
We're rationing our
rationing
wings today.
From the wet mailbag. Wet Blanket, he says,
The blanket.
Sip, do media members ever pay for a meal in their life?
Very rarely. There are now press boxes that do make you pay, which is ungodly bad to me.
Are you kidding?
What?
There are. There's.
What do you mean?
Yeah. There's at least one. I don't want to say where it is, but yeah, there's some pay ones now. But I don't. I'll do it. Sometimes I'll just go down to the concession stand and get concession food, but I don't like to pay. What Saturday means to me is I'm eating free.
Yeah.
All day.
You should eat free.
That's what Wet Blanket is
Right.
saying.
So
there.
Wet Blanket, that's for a long time. That's what Saturday means to me. I'm eating free.
You know how I talked about on Bill's Shows once that it's impossible. I've never driven by something on the side of the road that said free, that you can take for free, where someone just puts out there. I'm enthralled by it. I'm the same way with the food. And when I walk by it in the press box, if I'm going to the press box to coach, I always walk by and look. And if there's something there like that, I'll grab a piece.
Just grab it.
I'll grab
Shout out.
something.
Can we do a quick shout out to Memorial Stadium?
Do it. Why not?
Their setup and food is always really good. I mean, even if you'd say, oh, this isn't as good as usual, it's still really good.
Yep.
And they have a wide variety, and even at halftime, they come with the popcorn. And I don't know, Jake, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little brownie, but it's not brown. It's like it's a different sort of brownie. But they're really
What kind
good.
of brownie would that be?
The non-brown brownie.
Right. I think there's
a blonde
some
brownie.
sort of candies mixed in them. They're really good though.
A candied brownie.
Yeah, they're incredibly good. And they got the standard popcorn, which is always really
Yes.
good. So yeah, and I mean popcorn in boxes. I don't mean like a crate of popcorn you have to dip into. It's boxed popcorn, which is really good.
Well, last question.
It's really good.
Last question from Micah. So we have not heard about Sugar or Bullet for a while. How are the dogs of the show doing?
That's a great question.
Micah says that.
Doing really good. Sugar is enthralled with this orange ball. It's a big ball with two handles that has a little tennis ball inside of it. And she goes so crazy. And then if you just say to her like that, "Where's your ball?" And she freaks out.
Yeah.
And then she's looking for it. We have to put it away. We have to put it on timeout because if not, she'll chase.
She's young.
She'll chase the ball 200 times.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just
never lose energy.
No, never lose any energy. And then finally you take it away and you put the ball away. She just collapses on the floor. She just collapses. Like, thank God someone took that away because she will chase it to the bitter end. And so
Bullet is in a great time of his life. He's 8. He's pretty mellowed out now, but still the adorable little spry guy. He's in a perfect time of his life. God bless the little guy.
Jake looks at me sometimes he was a puppy when we started the show.
He was.
Yeah.
He's 8.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's 8.
Sugar comes to me every night, and all of a sudden I'll just feel that these two paws come up on the bed, and their face is right there in my face.
It's funny.
It's like about 2:30. It's like, what do you think? Want to go out for a while? and I get up, I take her, and most of the time,
2:30, Jay.
a lot of time, she doesn't even go to the bathroom. She just goes out and lays. Just goes out and lays on the concrete. And just
2:30 a.m.
doesn't go to the bathroom.
Same with Bullet.
Just want a little. You know what? I'm up. Are you up?
He doesn't do it.
And he comes to every time to my side.
Right.
Will
He doesn't
not
go to
Laura's
Laura's.
side.
No.
No, because you know what? Laura's like, stop it. No, exactly.
Sleepy.
I start
okay.
talking. I'm like, hey, what's
You
up?
don't have the heart to push him
I don't.
down.
I'm like,
I don't have the heart.
I'm like, you want to go out? Is that what you're saying?
If I push Bullet down from that situation, I can't.
I
Then
can't
the
do it
rest of
either.
the day is not the same.
And it's not. You're wrecked over it. 'Cause It's like, really? It's worth the chance. But when she goes out and just lays on the concrete and then just kind of looks at you like this is, and then she won't come back in. I have to get a treat to get her back in.
That's it.
Okay,
now what's happening is
Bullet's-
Sugar's controlling you and Bull's
Absolutely.
controlling me. That's
Yeah,
what's
let's go
going
down.
on.
And then when she has her treat and she's like, all right, I'm done. Let's go to bed.
See you at 4.
See you at 4.
We'll do it again. That is the mailbag, sponsored by our friends at Applied Connected. When we come back, hour 2, let's get back to some Husker football talk. Dylan Raiola, a little conversation about him next, an early break on the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker concrete, and Beatrice concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy and hot with an afternoon high around 91. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 63. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return to be breezy again with the high around 89. I'm meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans, and I'm not the Titans, so I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Wednesday. Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch on Early Break. Hour 2, as always, sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member
FDIC.
Nice location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at
Stone.
70th and Pioneers, the Stone Building.
Yeah, that's
Regal,
Stone Building.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Is there Stone in Creighton too?
What's
Bill?
that?
Is there Stone? Oh, okay.
There's Stone. It's a staple of the Midwest Bank marketing plan.
The Stone.
The Stone.
Because it suggests strength.
Yes, it does. And you
Yes.
feel like you're in Yellowstone. Feels like you might see a bear come out, pop out.
Not in
really-
South Lincoln, no.
Not 70s and Pioneer. Do you guys see that bear?
What are you talking about,
Grizzly
Bill?
bear.
No.
No.
I saw a cat.
It's a cat.
It's a house cat.
You saw a bear-sized raccoon one time in your backyard.
I did.
Right?
A bullet, or excuse me, Stitches fended it off.
Bear-sized raccoon.
It was a. I'll never forget the scene, and I'll never forget the sound.
High-pitched screeching.
No, yeah, it was two animals going to war.
Yeah.
And Stitches came trotting back with a big smile. Like, see that? See that?
Bear-sized raccoon.
Stitches scares me.
Oh, Stitches was scary. Woo! Yeah, he took a chunk out of my neighbor's belly. True story. She came over with burritos and she went into the garage for some reason. That's the Stitches zone. Stitches got her.
Carrying burritos. Just took a bite out of her stomach.
Stitches got her in the belly. She said I shouldn't have done it. I should have known better.
That's the Stitches.
Imagine going out in the garage. Don't go out. Don't go out.
No. I had friends that wouldn't come over to the house because they're scared of Stitches. Stitches was a great guard dog. I never worried about tricks at all. You go in that house with Stitches. Woo! Good luck to you.
We say it all the time with Sugar. It's like she has this really deep bark, a protection bark. I go,
God, really?
And I go,
Sugar has a protection
I like
bark?
that. But if an intruder walked in, she would just wag her tail and want her belly rubbed.
But she has that bark?
She has that. Oh, yeah. When something's not right.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. She goes.
And she's big.
Big, yeah.
She's big dog.
But so it might
She's a big dog.
It might intimidate you a little bit, but really, if you just had a treat or something, nothing's going to happen.
Well, what's happening
what's
with
going on?
Shin Daddy today, Bill?
Yeah, what's
in,
going
in
on?
Creighton?
Today we loop.
Oh, we're looping?
The loop is back. We talked to the school board. Steve's working through some things with them. He's also talked to all the local school boards all around the Knox County debits and credits competition.
Really?
The Knox County debits and credits competition.
What is going on?
Students from Knox County and bordering counties will arrive at Midwest Bank today at 8:44 for a banking ledger balance competition. A banking ledger balance competition. They will be given a ledger, and at that, so you have to be perfectly balanced at the bank. When you close out, you can't be like, "Yeah, we got an extra $38." Nope. Hey, we're down a couple hundred, but we'll make it up tomorrow. Nope. You got to be perfect on. You got to balance the ledger.
So it gets serious.
So it gets real. Oh, I'm telling you, Steve at like 3:58, he walks in and goes, "Give me the numbers." That's what he says. He walks in, "Give me the numbers, ladies."
So then it's all all the kind of playtime's over.
Playtime's over. When
Wow.
you're balancing the ledger, it gets real serious.
Wow, that's a side of Shindy that I don't really know.
And you know, no one joked, and also no one's upset with them. They know the importance of the ledger balance.
Banking.
Yeah, all of a sudden, are we in the middle of some major embezzling going on or something? Don't know that. Steve does.
Yeah,
Takes
you don't
care
want
of
the FDIC up
No,
here. You know what?
what when you invent the FDIC, you don't want them stopping by. Really, Steve? You started this, and now I'm coming to see you.
Now we're in trouble.
Now we're in trouble.
That's great.
So that's great. So we're having a competition. So each one will be given a ledger and a timer. And so to try to get the
time,
and it'll be timed.
Like
yes,
a kitchen timer.
Kitchen timer. Yes. And
Ding
ding. The best timer, the manual timer.
Oh,
ding, 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 ding. Oh, that was
God.
That was
What happened? Better times.
Better times.
I
Now
haven't
you
seen
do,
one of those in a long time.
Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
It's not the same.
No, before I was just saying, you had that little one.
Mom,
Yes.
where's the orange timer?
And if you missed it, all it did was just ding. And did your mom ever miss it?
Nope.
No chance. Wasn't like, well, I was in the other room. Didn't know.
Making cookies, you'd hear the timer go off. All right, the cookies are ready. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
That was a good timer.
Yeah.
Love that timer.
So anyway,
chocolate chip cookies.
today, and the motto is let's balance.
I'm just glad that we're looping again.
We're
The
looping again.
makes
So
me
he's
very
they're
happy.
looping.
They're looping
Yeah.
from surrounding communities. Also, the bordering counties are coming in.
Kind of serious today.
Yeah, it is. Well, like I said, when Steve goes in there at 3:58 and he asks, He asked for the ledger. I hand it to him, and boom, here's the ledger. And he
see the numbers.
Yeah, let's see the numbers. And he checks it, make sure everything valid. He goes, all right, see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
Then we start up.
Yeah.
So today we balance.
What if they're unbalanced? It might be a little bit of overtime.
Oh yeah, it's not like
You don't
it's
want
not like,
that.
We'll just get it. We'll find the air tomorrow.
No,
You find the air right now.
Yeah, you'll be
Find
home
out
late
where it's
tonight.
at.
It
Yeah,
looks
be
like.
home late. Just
Too bad.
Like today we loop and Creighton. Thank you to Shin Danny for already sponsoring hour 2 with Midwest Bank. 464-5685. Call or text as always. So we've heard from Matt Rule and Marcus Satterfield back-to-back days talking about the offense needing to pick it up to Dylan Raiola's level. They're both very high on Raiola, saying that things are good, but it could be better with the team around him. We heard about the perimeter blocking was a problem from Satterfield yesterday.
Yep.
I asked the question: is that how good? What is the potential of this offense this year under Dylan Raiola's watch, and what are the problems that they face to get to that potential?
Well, I mean, the problem won't be at quarterback. I think we've established that. What would be the potential problems? Well, I mean, receivers not completing their routes at the top of their route, which is sort of, you've seen a little bit of that already.
Do you have an exact example of that?
Aaron Murray. Do you recognize that name?
I do. Quarterback for Georgia.
Yeah, he does. You guys, I would recommend to you to watch his YouTube videos, and he has broken down Nebraska. And he talked about that after the first game, that the receivers, he wasn't impressed with the receivers. He's more impressed with the running backs, that the receivers weren't finishing at the top of their routes. I don't have a specific example. Aaron Murray would. And
he's really good.
He's really good.
He's fun to listen to. He's very sharp.
Yeah.
And so that could be an issue. The issue would stand out to me would be not stand out, but right now will be down the road. Who do you play? And what does that defense look like also? And so competition right now, what Nebraska's done is they have not went down to their level of competition. They've played above it. They've played very much above the two teams that they've played.
Now, what does it look like when they're playing someone of equal talent?
Because they're going to play some teams of equal talent. They have not played a team of remotely close to equal. UTEP got beat by Southern Utah.
Right.
And so they
Colorado.
But still, the credit goes to playing very well, because it's very easy sometimes in those games to be sloppy. Whatever. We're going to play down. They haven't done that. No. But it's going to be, the difference is going to be what happens when the people across from them is at the same level. That's where the things will come up. That's really get judged better.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know what kind of things would hold you back. Well, I do know what kind of things will hold you back. I'm not suggesting they will hold Nebraska back, but like identity. I mean, what are they exactly? I don't know. I don't know that I can answer that right now. I think you can answer to the extent of what Rule has said in the past, which is what Rule prefers. Bill will say 12 personnel, heavy run game, and play action. And is that what you'll see? That's what I like, by the way. I mean, that's the kind of offense I like. Like the Ravens, when they had the bigger receivers, I liked the way they played. And it wasn't. I think it was pre the current quarterback. It was. I just like handoffs and long passes. Handoffs, play action. That's what I like. And this is what this team's going to hand off a lot, because Dylan's not going to run zone read. Right.
It appears in the run game they're creating extra yardage with wide receiver runs over the quarterback runs. They don't have designed quarterback runs.
That's it.
True.
And so they're using wide receiver runs, fly sweep type of runs, perimeter running. That's their answer to lack of quarterback run, which is it's brilliant. That you have to have a plan. If you don't have perimeter run, you don't have reverses, and you don't have fly sweep, and you don't have design quarterback runs, things start to get a little simpler as they're going through things. But still, with the 12 personnel, multiple different fits, it's very hard to do. And so that's what I talked about with Colorado. It's just, that's not hard to defend. It still can be a successful offense, but it's not as hard mentally to defend.
Yeah, as far as Dylan go, God, I mean, we've got to. He's only 2 games in, and he hasn't turned it over. But it's only 2 games, and he hasn't played. He hasn't been heated up much, right? He hasn't been heated up much.
Like I said, I was putting the hot water heater in versus UTEP, so I didn't get a chance to really follow that.
No, he didn't get heated up against. No, he didn't. So that's going to happen, and that's sort of. We'll see what that looks like. It's going to happen like against Rutgers, where he's going to play a defense that's. It's not going to look like Colorado's defense. It's not going to look like UTEP's defense. It's going to look a lot different. I don't know I don't know if I'd say that about Illinois. I don't know. I haven't seen Illinois. What I've heard about Illinois, Rutgers is probably the one.
Good defense at Rutgers.
Yeah, where you're going to watch that game, and that'll be the biggest test, I think, for Dylan up to that point.
Illinois will be better than the two teams that they have seen.
Yeah, for sure.
The next 4 games were all of them are tougher outs than Colorado.
Yeah, I mean Purdue last year, Jake. You remember Purdue had those ends that were vicious.
Nebraska won by 17, but it was a blocked field goal for a touchdown was very helpful in that game for Nebraska. But yeah, they had 2 defensive ends that were studs.
Vicious.
Yeah.
Vicious defense. Bill, they were vicious. I mean, they really took Heinrich. I mean, I think Heinrich's health issues were largely the result of the hits that he took from those guys. I mean, they were really good players. I think one of them left and one of them still might be there. I don't know, but
intriguing game of the week. Can't wait to watch it.
Purdue Notre Dame.
Oh, in West Lafayette.
In West Lafayette.
Oh God, that's intriguing.
Yeah, that's very.
If you're Freeman, you're worried.
Very.
Yeah,
that would be one that would be could get and they're a good team.
Then you could go.
I can't say they're a good team. But they started off.
They're mid.
They did just what Nebraska did. They played a lower level team and played really well. I mean, Hudson Card, I believe, is 24 for 25.
Yeah,
that's hard to do on air.
Yep,
it really is.
People, yeah.
If you're curious, the spread in that game, Notre Dame is a 10-point favorite as of right now at Purdue. 2:30 kickoff this
Saturday.
Too
high. That spread's too high.
That's going to be a great game to watch.
But spread's too high.
I agree.
But yeah, so I would say with Nebraska, just when they play, they're going to play a lot better teams.
Yeah, down the road. They have to stay focused this week. It's big. I mean, that part's big. You have to keep getting better.
This game will. Sometimes you're like, well, you're catching them after a big win. If I'm Northern Iowa right now, I'm not happy.
Why?
Because they're, like I said, like that. They're getting coached harder now, which you do after a win.
Nebraska.
And then all those things, that's just, they're getting coached really hard. What have you heard the most part? Just like, oh yeah, we got this thing. It's like, no, we have this air, we have this air, we have this that has to be better.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the other thing that's out there. It's just Sarkisian led off their team meeting on Monday with a clip of Notre Dame in Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame.
Northern Illinois beating Notre Dame.
So it's like you think you're pretty cool? Check it out.
Yeah, this is what can happen.
This is what can happen.
Yeah.
They beat Texas A&M, and everyone immediately had them in the 5 spot in the playoffs. They're like, no, they're slam dunk. They're in. If they lose 1 or 2, they're in. Now they're pretty much almost out. Now they have to run the table.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I was telling Sean on Saturday, I'd be tempted if I was a rule to show the guys that Northern Illinois result. It's sort of cliche. I get it. I mean, a lot of the kids are smart too. Oh yeah, he's showing us that. Of course he is. I don't know. I think Nebraska will be fine in this scenario because they're a veteran. They're a veteran. I mean, Nebraska's veteran. We've talked about it. They got a lot of, it's not just on defense either. They got a lot of veteran guys on offense. They should be okay. You got to, yeah. I think there's a lot of guys in the program that are really sick of coming up short. And I think that's why I think they're not going to lose games because they overlook teams and they're sloppy. I don't think a lot of that will happen. Although I go back to the 6 o'clock hour, I can't explain the lack of perimeter blocking. If I was Garrett McGuire, I'd be beside myself, which he probably is.
You
know,
through 2 games, Thomas Fedoni thought to be a big part of the offense, has 4 catches for 14 yards.
You can get him more involved.
First game, 3 catches for 1 yard. And then came 1 for 13 this previous game.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. I mean, in a sense, that's good because you still have that weapon out there. You know, they have a lot of them. They do have a lot of guys you can go to. So you still got that option. He's there. You know, one of the best plays of the year I thought was I'm going to call it a seam route to Borkature on, I think it was a 2nd and 24, maybe.
Yeah, to Nate.
Nailed it.
Yeah, it's right. Long ways to go. They got the first down.
Right. And that's the thing about Dylan. Now, when it's long yardage situations, you have a chance. Yeah, I mean, you have a legitimate chance because Dylan gives you that chance. I'm just saying.
We have a We already said it, so we can't chant it, but Bird in Columbus is back again.
Bird?
He's going back to the song of the day real quick.
Why is Bird going back to this
If
song?
you recall,
He gave it an 8.
No. He says, we can't make a kick. Promises.
Oh.
Sing.
La, 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 la. We can't make a 32-yarder. We can't even kick off. La, 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 la.
That's for you, Bird.
What's going on at Lincoln Lutheran? La la.
Thank you, Bird.
The country's in turmoil. La, la. Culture war. La, la. All right, that's enough. That's enough, Bill. We have to quit that.
Bird, that's incredible.
Yeah, thank you, Bird. On that one.
Bird liked that.
Yes.
You did. Will this O-line stand up in conference play?
Oh, it's a good question. I don't know how you could just say universal yes. They've played well though. You have sound on that from Satterfield if you want to find it.
Yes. Here's Marcus Satterfield thoughts on the O-line firing off the ball against Colorado on Saturday. Here's Satterfield from yesterday.
Very pleased. I think they're working really hard. I think they take a lot of pride in playing the offensive line position. I think Coach Raiola does an unbelievable job of demanding the certain standard in which they play, and I think it's showing. I think that they're doing a really nice job in the run game. They're doing a really nice job in pass protection.
So that's good. I'd say through 2 games, B+. Just off the top of my head, what would you say, Ben? Ben literally grades the unit.
For the DN.
Would you say B+? Me and Ben on the same page?
Yes. Ben does. He does grade him. Thank you, Ben.
So yeah, that group is fine, but as Bill points out, you're getting into Big Ten plays when you start measuring that. When you play Illinois on Friday night, you'll get a much better idea about everything. Not that Illinois is great. In fact, I heard some people saying yesterday that Illinois didn't necessarily look that great against Kansas.
They didn't. That was one. They didn't. I watched a lot of that game.
So okay,
yeah, that was a great job by Bedlam to win the game. They won the game. But you didn't watch the game come away going like, hang on now. Didn't feel that.
Okay, that's what I've heard.
And so, like I said, Rutgers will be a little bit more. But then, like I said, you got Indiana, Purdue. I mean, it still lines up very well. It does. It's not Penn State, Oregon.
No.
Ohio State's later. It's not that.
No.
And so, like a Penn State, you said. But again, Penn State, they struggled against Bowling Green, so it can happen to you.
Yeah, I think a lot of these Big Ten games that people are writing off as wins will be, if you win them, they'll be hard. I don't think you're going to go to Google Meet's place and go out of there with a 24-point win. I don't think Nebraska's going to go to Indiana. Yeah, I don't think Nebraska's going to go to Indiana and do that. I think if they beat Indiana, it'll be a close game.
Should be. I would think so.
Yes,
I've not seen Indiana,
week,
but we're going to find out when they watch them play UCLA
right, this weekend.
Okay, so that's this weekend. That seems like must-see TV.
Must see. Think about that. Indiana at UCLA must see.
Well,
TV.
but
to me, it is.
Yeah. If you're a Nebraska fan, isn't that the way you approach it? We got to see these teams.
How about this? By the way, this game is it's in LA.
Yeah.
Indiana's on the road, and they're a 3-point favorite at UCLA.
That's what I'm saying.
Google me out to a good start in Indiana.
No, Google me. I'm telling you, if Nebraska goes to Indiana and wins, it'll be a good win. That's a good win.
I think it was Western Illinois or Western. Who did they play last week?
Western Illinois. They beat 77-3.
Put 77 on them.
It's hard to do.
I know.
It's hard to do. And they won the first game also. So like I said, haven't had a chance to see him, but you know what I really enjoy Google me. He's an old dude. He's like in his 60s. He's like, I win games.
He's young at heart.
And he's doing he's got Indiana with a lot of excitement.
Google me. He's all out to put a stamp on that program.
If you are serious, they in their 77 points on Saturday, they had 701 yards of offense.
See, that's not easy. I don't care who you're playing. If you're playing Wesleyan, it'd be hard to do that.
It'd be hard.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Not a Jim Savota Wesleyan coach team. That'd be he could hold.
Jim Savota, better times. It is. But I'm telling you, you go to Purdue, it's not going to be easy. Okay, that's another game. See, Bill, you're going to watch that, and then we need a report. What's Purdue look like to you? We'll need that report.
I haven't watched them. If they had a bye week, right? They only played one game.
We need the report on Monday. What's that team look like?
To see when we watch these two, we'll have a feel for what's going on.
I believe this. If you're a Nebraska fan and you watch Purdue Notre Dame and you watch Indiana UCLA, my guess is you're going to come out of that going, "Oh God, this is not. Those games aren't going to be easy."
In their game, they had 77 points. They had incredible balance. 378 yards passing. How about 47 carries for 323 on the ground, an average of 6.9 yards per carry, and 7 rushing touchdowns. Seven rushing touchdowns.
The book on Indiana in the offseason was he put together, they have skill.
And they brought a bunch of his own roster.
Yeah.
So what happens was, so a lot of times you talk about, okay, we got to get our own culture. He brought his culture with him. So they had people talking to the current players who stayed. And it's like, hey, what's it like here? And they're telling him, this is how it works. I'm just going to tell you how it works with this coach. This is what we do. And it works really well. So you just better listen to him.
And I don't even know his name. I just call him Google
His
Me.
name is Kurt Signetti.
Thank you.
AKA Google Me.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Google Me, AKA
My dad thought his name was Google Me.
I told you that Ron was very confused.
Oh, that's right. Your dad, too.
He kept saying, like, I couldn't tell who you were talking about.
Right.
Like, what coach?
Google me.
What coach would you want to sit down and talk to? And I picked Google Me. He's like, he kept saying, I couldn't figure out who he was and where who's Google Me.
I can't find that coach's name
Coach
anywhere.
Google Me. That statement, I win. Google Me. It was one of the best statements I've ever heard.
It is.
Yeah. Thank you.
He's 2-0.
He scares me, frankly. He does.
When we come back, Bills Thrills Wild Card Wednesday next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today. I'm ready. Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check. Except this one. I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Fuhrer's cheese spread? I can't stop eating it. Rico, relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
At Anderson Auto Group, we know your time is valuable. That's why, as part of our Experience Better process, we're pairing you up with a guide. It's one person dedicated to helping you from start to finish, making the process faster and easier. No more waiting, frustration, or spending countless hours at the dealership. At Anderson Auto Group, we want to help you take your time back and get you in the perfect vehicle. Contact us to get paired with a guide today. Experience better at Anderson Auto Group.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Landmark Implement helps you put dirt in its place with increased accuracy and greater speed thanks to the John Deere Smart Grade. This fully integrated 3D grade control system boosts job site productivity and reduces labor costs with fewer passes and less wasted material, meaning more bids won and higher margins. No masts, no cables, just clear views of the job site. Visit your local Landmark Implement today and discover the profit-boosting power of the Smart Grade and experience the Landmark difference.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy and hot with an afternoon high around 91. Tonight, mostly clear skies with a low around 63. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return, breezy again with the high around 89. I'm meteorologist Kyle Buck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break
Jake, you're a freaking nutcase.
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in 1 second. Before that, quick plug for our friends out in Holdridge at First Rate Ag, a full-service ag retailer offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. Yeah, wrong hat.
Forget, I have a lot of hats.
26 years in business. Please reach out at firstrateag.com or call 308-995-8327 and ask for Parker or Chris and mention the ticket as always.
The phone never goes to voicemail. Parker always answers.
Really? 1 a.m. I'm answering it.
Yeah, he answers the phone. It's 24/7. He's like, if you call, I answer. Any customers, any customer relationship, even no matter what, he's taking the call, and that's amazing. And that's why that's why it's ag at its finest out there in Holdridge. And again, they'll pick you up anytime if you want to take the Amtrak train out there. They'll come pick you up 3 a.m. Yep, take you back, get you a nice breakfast, and then and then school you up on what's going on in ag at Holdridge.
That's service.
Service. Yes.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of stop they have. I mean, do they have a station there?
I wish I was up to see. I was sleeping at that point.
There has to be a station. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what that looks
Wouldn't
like.
it be fun to go? Where are you guys going down the train station? See what's going on.
Sounds like a fun time.
You could do that here.
Yeah, I know it.
You could do it, but I this mostly closed during
not
the
really
day.
much of a station over here.
Oh well, really?
Yeah. Okay. But I did enjoy that. I would do the Amtrak again.
Yeah, it didn't sound like punishment.
No, it didn't. I had a good experience. I'm not sure it always is that good of experience. So it went well.
I think I'd enjoy it.
Okay,
It is time
it's Bill's Thrills
for a
now. Come on.
Wednesday version of Bill's Thrills. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom bonanza.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
we
it gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Bill, it's a Wild Card Wednesday. Is that right today?
Wild Card Wednesday. Also, with the election coming up, there's all this craziness going on.
Yep.
Just get a hold of the cash cows.
Yeah,
And then It's fun to make money during all this. Everybody's all worried about the election and what's
Yeah.
going to do to the economy. No, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Get hold of the cash cows and just roll. Just bathe in money is what you got to do.
I like to bathe in money.
It's incredible.
That's great.
We're going wild card and we're going football, Jake.
Oh,
if that's
I love
okay
it.
with you.
Please. Yes.
Please.
I want to talk in-depth football on the Pac-12. I want to talk
Pac-12 is no longer
Pac-12.
Pac-2.
Everyone is off to a 2-0 start.
Okay.
Oregon State and Washington
They
State.
both really.
They're still the Pac-12. They are still the Pac-12. One of the two will get a trophy. One of the two teams will also
Are
get
they
a
doing
trophy.
that?
I
Yeah.
cannot wait for
I
that.
can't wait for that. Yes, it's incredible.
Are they doing that?
They're off to a 2-0 start. And here's what I think is incredible. I want to hit on. So this week is the Civil War. The Beavers versus the Ducks.
Yes.
So they're still playing the game. So yes, they got left behind. But guess what? They're still playing one of the biggest rivalry games that's going on called the Civil War. So
Yeah.
that game is going, and that game
That's this week.
that's at Oregon State. That place will be wound up. That's must see TV.
Is it?
Absolutely. Then you've got the Apple Cup. Now these two games used to always be the last game. The Apple Cup is Washington State, Washington.
Don't tell me they're playing this week.
They're playing this week too. So the Apple Cup and the Civil
This
War on the
week?
same week.
What a weekend.
The Pac-12 is alive and well. They're doing that. Now that game's at Washington. I wish it was in the Palouse, but it's not. It's at Washington. And the thing about this is it comes up is use the last game, all things. So what does this hurt and what is great? A couple things is this. So Oklahoma and Oklahoma State, they disperse. They leave. Which, do you really blame Oklahoma? You think Oklahoma State wouldn't have went to the SEC if they had been asked? Oh, no, they'd have went.
Yeah, they're not getting asked.
They're not getting asked, but they would have went. So Oklahoma gets asked. So Oklahoma State does I'm going to take my ball and go home. We're not going to. Oklahoma wanted to continue to play Bedlam.
Okay.
Oklahoma State says no.
We're
Who's
good.
it hurt? The players and the fans. Imagine growing up in that game. Say you're a fifth-year senior,
Yeah.
and you've been playing in Bedlam.
I agree.
And
I wish I could disagree.
How about the fandom? Do you not want to play
why,
that game?
why don't you keep playing?
Just keep playing the game because they got upset. They feel Oklahoma screwed them by leaving and going to this.
They feel jilted.
Yeah. And so guess what? The other two didn't like that. Washington State and Oregon State, like, no, you guys want to play? They're like, yes, we want to play this game. It's important for the state of Washington, and it's important for the state of Oregon.
Wouldn't you say Bedlam's important for the state of Oklahoma?
Absolutely. There's been some great games, and I know Oklahoma State won the last one.
Interesting.
But would you not want to see that game? What if Bedlam was this weekend? Okay, would that not be interesting?
We have talked about having Gundy on, and what if Gundy was sitting in here? Would we just have to address it with him? We'd have to say, Mike, what's
the deal, man?
Why?
I think he's pretty pro to not play it.
I know. I think he is too.
And I understand why they're upset. But to not have it, which brings me to this point.
Okay.
Like I said, it only hurts the players and the fans. But rivalries are so important if you hit on here. When you have to work, when you have people on your staff that study the other team 24/7, 365, it's a great deal. If you don't think that Michigan knows what Ohio State's doing every day, if you don't think Ohio State knows, if you don't
do they?
Oh, they know. Absolutely. You don't think they know. If all of a sudden it's spring recruiting or whatever, and all the coaches are out for Michigan, you think Ohio State doesn't know where they were?
Interesting.
They know where they were.
I never would have thought that.
But now, like I said before, on rivalries, both sides have to turn their keys. You don't get to claim it from one side.
No.
That's a rival, and the other side's like, well, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's been a big detriment to Nebraska. They don't have a 24/7, 365 team.
Some people are going to still try, and they do this. They try to sell Iowa. I don't buy it.
They're still it's big for Iowa, but that if you talk to Iowa fans, there's like, no, that's not our. Plus,
it's Iowa State. It's Minnesota. It's Wisconsin.
Those are their rivals
before Nebraska.
And plus, because that goes back how long? I mean, Nebraska played Iowa like a few times when they were in opposite conference.
I'm going to tell you something, Bill, though. I heard from people the last time we went down this road, and they said, no, there's Iowa fans that hate Nebraska.
No, I agree with that. I agree that they don't like him, but it's not Auburn, Alabama.
No,
it's
not Nebraska, Colorado.
No, it's not. Nebraska, Colorado's way bigger.
Right.
Way bigger.
Right.
And so when you don't have that rivalry, it stinks.
I know.
It really does. When you don't have someone that you know all the time, where it's just this passion of who's playing who.
Lost it in the Big Ten.
You lost it.
We did.
But I'm just the Pac-12 is like, you know what? We're going to keep playing this.
Good.
Game. These two are still going to play because that game. Do you think Oregon State, what that crowd's going to be like? Playing
it'll be
Oregon?
wild.
Be wild.
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 But
It's a hard edge.
I wish it was in the Palouse. It'd be such a hard
Washington
edge.
State, Washington, hard edge.
But it'll still be a sold out crowd, and they're into it. And they'll show plays of the history of the Apple Cup, the history of the Civil War. All these things are going to come up. And you need
Saturday.
You need that in college football. You have to have rivalry games.
The way that Oregon's playing, would you be surprised if they lost that game? I mean, they're 16-point favorites against Oregon State. It's in Oregon State, though.
I don't know what Oregon State has.
I've not watched them in great detail.
I don't know.
I don't know them well enough. They'll play really well. I always fear a team that's as talented as Oregon and just haven't quite put it together. That always concerns me because when I watch them and I see the punt return go back for a touchdown and the kickoff go back, and I see guys wide open, and I see guys on defense, and like I said, I was out there a month ago for 3 days.
What's that offensive line look like?
They still look pretty good. I mean, and also, Dylan Gabriel's not looking that good. He's throwing at 84%. Yeah. He was 18 for 21.
I don't think he's the problem.
Yeah,
Are they running the ball?
They're not running it with the numbers like they would like.
Right.
They're not running with the numbers they like. And Bo Nix carried the ball more himself. We all know that he can Gabriel can run, but he does not run the ball like they did in design runs, like they did with Bo Nix. So it's a little bit different in that.
Gabriel got loose against Nebraska. I remember that.
He did.
Strangely.
He had a long run.
Yeah. Strange run. But anyway, wow. Saturdays are incredible.
Saturdays are incredible.
They are. This Saturday's incredible.
The Pac-12.
Yeah. The Pac-12.
Alive and well. 2-0.
Wow.
Doing well. And this is important for them. Just think about this. If those two teams go 8-4, 9-3, do whatever, I'm just telling you, someone's extending them an olive branch, not an olive leaf. An olive branch.
Who's it? No, what are you talking about?
I can see also in the Big 12 doubling back and just saying, you know what? Come on. It works for us, for you to come into the league. I could see something happening for that to take place.
That the Pac-12 would double back to Oregon State or Washington State.
Or Washington State. Or the
Big 12 would.
Or
is that what you're saying?
Big 12. So
Big 12.
What did I say? Would I say Big 10? Yeah, the Big 12 would pick them up. Or the ACC, which is all spread out, and they've already got Cal and Stanford. They might say, you know what?
No.
Why don't we just add these two teams
Yep.
and just make it that way we have a little bit better travel type of situation for a few games. And they play each other.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, Washington State they stomped Texas Tech. They did.
They did
in the Mike Leach Bowl. They did.
I think that was 38-16.
Right?
I'm going to say 38-16. Jake,
but they were in control the whole game, in control the entire game.
Yeah, they must be pretty good. That game's probably hard to pick. Washington State, Washington.
Yeah, the Washington State can beat them.
Yeah, the score was 37-16.
37-16.
So you're off a point. Fix it.
Off a damn point.
Yes, fix it.
Interesting.
So anyway, that was my conversation.
I like it.
Today.
I like
That's
it.
Good. Wild
Card Wednesday, and then like I said, you have to have rivals. And for not to play for Oklahoma State to do that, I'm down on that. Not down on Gundy. I like him as a coach. I love Oklahoma State, but I'd
like to ask Gundy that
because I was told that in the media, if it's right, that the Oklahoma's like, no, we'll play it, and they're like, no, we're not doing it because they were just upset. Just remember,
we'll have to talk to him in person.
Just remember, finally, what game are we finally going to see again? It's going to be epic this year. Texas A&M. That was one of the greatest rivalries of all time. And guess what? Texas just got mad, and they just said we're not playing the game.
We're going to see that now.
And also now they're playing this year.
Yeah.
But that game should have never went away.
And I emphasize it all the time. But that is an example, a prime example, and maybe the prime. Well, Auburn, Alabama for sure. But that is hatred.
Hatred.
It's not even. It's not. There's nothing friendly about it. It's a hate.
It's a hatred, and also like that they know what the other team is doing 24/7, 365. If it's Christmas Day and they hear so and so got a hold of so and so like that, really? I mean, they know everything. Because if they miss out, if they screw up on a recruit, and one side gets them and the other side just didn't think much, and all of a sudden they're going crazy. I mean, did you think that didn't haunt Texas with Manziel? I mean,
yes.
as Manziel is Johnny Football winning the Heisman, and they're not. I think that didn't haunt.
And Texas isn't doing much at all.
Isn't doing much at all. That was haunting to those fans.
They had Manziel driving everybody nuts in College Station.
Do you think Ohio State didn't go crazy watching Michigan just get stomped last week?
Oh,
Ohio State they were in heaven.
They loved it.
Rivalries matter. Pac-12 matters.
Michigan in trouble.
That is Bill's Thrill, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid Plains Advisors. Let's play the game show. Give us a call right now at 464-568. Have a chance to win a business box of bagels to Bagels and Joe. Today, is also a Wild Card Wednesday for the game show. Today, how about Nebraska football all-time punt returners?
Oh, got it. Got it.
Oh, he'll
Best of
kill
all
it.
time.
He'll kill it.
You know your Nebraska football punt returners all time. Please call us right now at 464-5685. Shut Up Sipple starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!" No, sorry. I'm sorry. Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
All right, 464-5685. Call the Takedown Sip and Bill in trivia. Today, Nebraska football all-time punt return leader. Sip, you feel good about this?
Somewhat good, yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat.
We have Matt on the line. Matt, how do you feel about Nebraska football all-time punt returners?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good about it today.
Okay.
All right.
Bill, you
That's
feel
odd.
good?
I don't feel good at all.
Okay.
No,
Osmosis, you'll be fine. You always say that, then you
it has
do well.
to go way back. The time I was gone.
These are all-time leaders, so good. First question goes to you, Matt. Bill, a lifeline for one question. Matt, who ranks second in all-time punt return yards at Nebraska with 1,218 yards in his career spanning from 1999 to 2002?
Come on.
Dwan Grove?
Yeah, that's a layup. No, that's a layup
to start. A layup.
I thought
a big layup.
If you wouldn't have given the
years, right?
Yeah. That would be difficult.
Yeah. Wow, Jake.
Wow. Listen, layups
It's
are
almost
good.
like this guy made up the game show and then sent it to Jake and then called in.
No.
Okay.
Sip, first question for the tie. Who ranks fourth in all-time punt return yards at Nebraska with 829 yards in his career spanning from 1997 to 2000?
Sloppy Joe Walker.
What was the year again?
I don't know why. I guess
97
that.
to 2000. That was the same time, but somebody else was better
Really?
than him. Yep, don't say the name. Sloppy Joe Walker, I think, was 7th or 8th all the time.
Okay.
This person's 4th, though. Do you want that one, Matt, or not?
I'll pass.
That would be Bobby Newcomb.
Oh, I should have got it.
Yeah.
Joe Walker
No,
was.
I think I would have had a chance.
Lack
Yeah.
of focus got me.
But Joe Walker was top 10, so you're fine. He's top
No,
10.
I'm not fine. I
That's
should have
fine.
got it. Not
We're in
fine,
trouble.
Jake.
We're in trouble.
Not fine.
For the win, Matt, last question. Who ranks 5th in all-time punt return yards at Nebraska with 817 yards spanning from 1989 to 1992?
That's hard.
5th all-time.
Ooh.
92?
Yeah,
89
I'm
to
drawing it.
92.
89, 92.
5 seconds.
Get ready. Get ready.
5.
No, I don't have it.
Smith.
Smith.
Just throwing it out there. Hail Mary.
Smith, that's a good. I appreciate that you threw one out
You
there.
don't have to.
Okay,
take it.
hey, hold on now. 89. There's a possibility I can get this. 89 to 92.
You get this wrong, the game is over.
My God.
If you get it right, you get a chance to win outright.
You don't know this?
No, and I should. I'm really
Pass.
Tyrone Hughes.
I about.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought I go, okay, is it
Bart.
this? And then I went to this,
Yeah.
and then I would have had that eventually. I would have.
Okay,
had
we've
that. I would
blown
have had
this
that
game,
eventually.
But you're still in
I
play.
would
Because
have
I
had
should
that.
have gotten Newcomb and we should have
Yeah.
gotten Hughes.
For the tie.
We have to get to
If you
overtime.
would have mentioned that he played for the Saints, would have helped.
Bill is in play here. Last question. Who has the longest punt return in Nebraska history with a 95-yard return in 2010 against Texas? 95, a game Nebraska
What
did lose.
year?
2010.
You were gone. I should get
2010.
it. This is
You
not.
were at the game.
Yeah, this is
You were-
embarrassing.
You were at the game.
This is just flat out
Nebraska
embarrassing.
did lose this game. This is a big play to give them a chance, but they did lose.
2010?
Yep.
Who was the punt returner? That was the Bo era.
Yeah.
5 seconds. 95-yard return.
It was the Bo era.
5.
You were at the game.
I was at
Was
the
it
game.
home or away?
Home game. In
Home
Lincoln.
game.
Huge game.
4.
I mean, Pearson L.
3. Is that going DPE?
Yeah.
You knew he wouldn't give you that easy one.
Eric Hagg had that 95-yard punt return, believe it or not. He did.
I can't remember him returning.
I don't think he did a lot, but he had that return in that game.
One of my favorite recruits from Arizona. What a,
If I recall, it may have been a pooch punt by a quarterback, maybe that he
It might have been.
retrieved.
Yes,
it may have been.
But
I
still,
think
it
no,
wasn't-
I hear
but it
you.
was a punt
You're not
return.
wrong. I mean, yeah, I don't think he returned punts.
He did not, but that one was 95 yards. Congrats,
That was a
Matt. We'll get the
trick.
Bengals.
That would haunt you if you went with a trick. Let's let the leave the offense out and let the quarterback punt it, and he catches it, runs it back for a touchdown.
95 yards.
That would haunt. You look real hard at the head coach on that one.
I think there's extreme circumstances on that.
Okay.
I do.
Bill, tiebreaker. I told you that DeJuan Gross is second all-time with 1,218 career punt return yards. Johnny Rodgers has the most at Nebraska. How many yards did he have in his 3 seasons? DeJuan Gross, 1,218. What did Johnny Rodgers have in 3 seasons?
1,462.
I think that's a good number. Slightly over.
Slightly over is good. 1,515 yards in 3 seasons for Johnny Rodgers.
Yeah. Freakazoid.
That's incredible.
Freakazoid.
500 plus yards a year.
DeJuan was a freakazoid
He was.
too. And they had Keo Craver at the same time they had DeJuan. They had Keo Craver and DeJuan.
Right after they had Walker and Newcomb.
Yeah.
Life has changed tremendously in the if you go back into the history of punt. Punt used to be handled by the offense, and a lot of times there was offensive linemen that were covering punts. So the players that are covering punts now, and then the ability to control the ball like they can control it, makes it difficult. It's still available. It still happens. I just saw Oregon running back for 90.
They did.
So
once in a while.
Yeah,
Iowa seems to be able to do
it. They can still do it. Yeah, there's no doubt. Remember that he ran it back against Minnesota, and they called him for a.
They called the fair catch.
Called the fair
low.
catch was too low, and that was a wow.
The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night from UBT Stadium as the Norris Titans travel to Lincoln and face off against the Lincoln Northwest Falcons at 7 p.m. Both teams looking for their first win of the season as Norris fell to Scott and Gretna, and Lincoln Northwest has lost to Ralston and Scotts Bluff so far this year. Kickoff between the Titans and the Falcons is scheduled for 7 p.m. on Friday, and you can hear all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agricultural storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, Our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Attention students and anyone else looking for a great deal. Sun Valley Lanes and Games has the ultimate weeknight special. For just $15.95, enjoy unlimited bowling, lucky putt mini golf, and laser tag. Flash your college ID at check-in to receive $2 off your admission. It's the perfect way to unwind Sunday through Thursday nights. Check out sunvalleylanes.com for hours and availability. Sun Valley Lanes and Games, located at 321 Victory Lane.
Lincoln's best place to meet, eat, and compete. Sun Valley.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go.
If I can have it today. You just don't stop giving, do you?
Green flag, we're underway.
The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history.
What a finish, boys.
Close to downtown, amazing campgrounds, 4 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs.
Goddamn drive.
Now you're just showing off. But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 27th through the 29th. Get your tickets now at kansasspeedway.com.
We're on the air. Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
To more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's. Check out all their locations in Lincoln and around the state, and go to raisingcanes.com. One love. We have a special visitor for the Spillover.
Yes, we do.
It's not Raph, it's not AD, it's not Bill. It is the man that will be honored this weekend at the Nebraska Northern Iowa game for the newest Hall of Famer. That's Terrell Farley, also on the captain, 10 to noon. Farley, what's up?
What's up, guys? What's up? My voice is getting better.
Yeah.
It was always good, Farley.
Yeah. You lost a little bit?
Yeah, I was a cheerleader Saturday.
Were you a cheerleader? Yeah. Did you have a cheerleading uniform on?
Yeah, they threw me in the air. I did my little flips and things like that.
I missed the video of that, Farley.
Yeah,
I don't want to see you get thrown in.
Well, they dropped me on one of them, so I didn't go back up on the next one.
Farley's going into the Hall of Fame.
He is.
Yeah, this is a big week for you.
Yeah,
and I think I've congratulated you, but I'm going to congratulate you publicly now. And I did watch Farley play. I'm old enough to remember it. And I always say Nebraska needs more players like Farley. Explosive difference makers. Guys that you can, you know what you were, Farley? Please just don't be embarrassed when I compliment you. You were the type of player that you pay money to see. That you made the price of admission worth it. And there's not that many players you say that about. There's not. You are that exciting. You know, that's you. Now, Nebraska they had several players back in the day like that, but they need more of them now.
Yes.
Well, I had 10 other guys. So without those are 10 black shirts, it wouldn't be a Terrell Farley. So, you know,
I don't know about that.
I have to thank those guys for.
I appreciate you saying.
Let's keep in mind, though, Farley is a Hall of Famer despite just 2 seasons at Nebraska.
I know.
Not 4, not 3, 2.
Well, 22 games.
22 games.
Yeah.
But you made a huge impact.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, no, he did.
You're damn right I did.
Yeah, he did. Now you've really, you've gotten smooth on radio. That's the thing I've really noticed. You feel comfortable behind the mic, it looks like.
Well, I watch you guys, but I watch everybody. I watch every show.
Do you?
I listen to Shannon Sharp them talk. I listen to a different variety of people. Just to, you got to, when you do talk radio, you got to be in your own comfort zone. I don't think people know that. You got to be yourself. You got to be authentic, but you also have to have a lot of knowledge of what you're talking about. You have to be correct on a lot of stuff. Most of the time you have to be correct, but
I'm not always.
Don't really throw out false information and false advertising, because, then it's bad radio.
But you get your show in and out of breaks and stuff like that, and that's not easy to do.
Well, me and Vashawn, that's the good thing about me and Vashawn. We've been knowing each other for 30 years.
30 years.
So we
Still happening.
I know the ins and outs of them. We do fuss like a old couple, but
You do. You definitely do.
But it's good for radio. I can't agree with something every time somebody says something, because I have my own opinion, just like he has his own opinion. But we mix it well, and we have a good guy with us named
Jake
Bachhoven.
Mm-hmm.
Bachhoven, whatever his last name is. But
Bachhoven.
Yeah, but I think we got a great team. We're nothing close to the early break guys. So, we got our own swag.
You know what? I want to ask you a question. You've probably talked about it on air, but just for the sake of the spillover, who recruited you to Nebraska?
Turner Gill.
It was Turner.
Turner Gill did a great job.
Turner Gill.
From where I came from, or not where I came from in football wise, I only started 1 year in high school. Played a lot my junior year. I not accidentally, but I did sign with Arkansas State out of high school.
Arkansas State.
Yeah.
Jake, did you know that?
I knew that. He told me that last Friday.
I had some guys from JUCO come talk to me and kind of talk me out of it. And then I had a great first year in JUCO. My second year was even better.
That's beautiful.
That's the Farley way there.
My third year in college was even better than that one.
Yep.
And then my fourth one was kind of like a little tank dive. But at the same time, I'm very happy for my career and what I did in football. I think
explosive player.
I think I really changed the linebacker mentality at Nebraska, from going from big, heavy guys to 205-pound guys that, I was just ahead of my time.
You were. So, hey, now listen, Jake, that's a great way to put it. You were ahead of your time.
Yeah.
And you know what, guys? You were a pioneer. And those are special players. They don't come around very often, Jake. Guys that can legitimately say, I was ahead of my time. Farley was ahead of his time.
Imagine Farley in the same linebacker group as like Levante David. Smaller dudes that were fast and just, again, pioneers.
Well,
yeah, David was that one.
I had another.
David was that one.
I had another small linebacker, and I give him a lot of credit, because Jamel Williams was just probably as better as me, but he didn't get the limelight. I mean, his senior year.
You think he was as good as you?
Yeah, I think he was faster than me. He was, we was the same size.
I remember Jamel very well.
I think I blitzed a little better than him and covered a little better, but at the same time, we was two running linebackers.
Ran fast, Jake.
Yeah, so
fast, off the edge.
And I always put Jamel in a category with me, because if I wanted to play with some linebackers, it would probably be Jamel Williams and Levante David.
Yeah, cut out of the same cloth.
Yeah.
You were playing at the same time as Terwilliger, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they play him in heavy sets, kind of.
You goal line.
Goal line?
I'm not a goal line guy.
Well, I
can play fourth and short, because I'll dive over there, but I'm not a goal line type of guy, though. Really, I could take on ISOs and all that, but when you go probably that heavy line, that offset line like that with an extra lineman in, then you probably can take me out.
Ryan Terwilliger.
Great guy.
Yeah, and Jake, he was a prototypical big in the box linebacker, right? I mean, he was big. Like, would you say 230?
Yeah.
Like that, 6'2", 230. Then Farley was the pioneer. Kind of a smaller linebacker, but fast as hell, but you hold up in contact really well.
Yeah, I mean, when they made that decision to switch over to me, the first thing coach told me was that Ryan did nothing wrong. He actually was playing good, but I was playing better. So, and I still see Terwilliger to this day, and we're great friends, and he still was able to come in and spill over when I was suspended. And that's just the type of depth we had at Nebraska back then.
Farley, I remember the conversation pretty well. The Terwilliger Farley, we're kind of moving towards Farley now. I remember it pretty well. They're moving towards speed.
And now he's a Hall of Famer. Catch Farley.
That's amazing.
Catch Farley every day, 10 to noon here on the ticket with Rashawn Jackson, Jake Baco, and also again this weekend we'll be honored for a Hall of Famer at the field. You'll be on the pregame show too, though. You're coming to pregame.
I'll
Jake,
be pregame.
Pioneer.
The Pioneer.
He was before his time.
I'll be throwing up the black shirt sign when they introduce me on the field.
We look forward to that.
Hey, I can't wait to see that.
All right.
The Drive with Raf, AD, and AG is next for Steve Sipple, Bill Busch, Terrell Farley. I'm Jake Sorensen. We will see you tomorrow.
Hey, farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide costs by up to 80